Last night, a whole group of us went to see a documentary over at City Point Church called Nefarious about the human trafficking that is going on. And I'm going to ask Johnny to come and just tell us a little bit about that and what, if you're interested to know more, what can be done.
Hello, my name's Johnny. Yeah, last night we watched this quite incredible documentary. It went for an hour and 40 minutes. And it sort of went through a few different cities in the world and how they are just hosting this really evil sex trafficking or sex slavery industry. And it was quite a hard-hitting documentary. And those of you who were there, I'm sure you were very touched by it. But I think what I became aware of, I met with the guy that presented it for lunch yesterday, and he was saying how real this situation is, even in Australia, even in Brisbane. So apparently Queensland is the number one state in the world that accesses the maximum amount of child pornography. So that's a pretty hard fact. And the other one is Brisbane is a quite a major port for the sex industry in Australia. There is sex slavery in Australia, women being forced into prostitution, and that happens, through Brisbane and through the cities in Australia. So I think those of you who are there, I think we have, and as a church, we have a responsibility to do something about this. We've got this knowledge now of this understanding of this horrific stuff that happens in our own city, in our own country, and the problem, goes right back to pornography and just sort of the moral decline of our nation. And pornography was sort of only invented in the 1950s, and since then there's been a massive exponential growth of prostitution and stuff like that around the world. So there's three things we can do. The first one is pray. Pray, pray, and pray. There's a sort of initiative in the States which is really cool. It's called the Red Light Prayer Initiative. And so the idea is every time you turn up to a red light, you pray for a red light district to be closed down in your city. So I want to challenge you, everyone. Every time you come to a traffic light and it's red, that should remind you to pray for these people in our country that are being forced into prostitution. And even the ones that are in prostitution, even if it's their choice, there's still an element of sort of slavery in that. So pray, please pray. If we want to see something change in this country, I would love to see prostitution become illegal in Australia. It's not at the moment. So pray for that. Pray for a red light district to be closed every time you're at a red light. The second thing is to raise awareness. Tell people what's happening. One of the biggest sort of obstacles that we need to overcome is ignorance. Not many people know about this sort of stuff. So once you know, I think there's a responsibility to tell people. And the third one is this type of thing needs money. So find a organisation to donate to. You can donate to Nefarious. And if you want to do that, you come see me, but you can just find places online to donate to. So pray, raise an awareness, and donate. That's how we can help.